Okay, we're here with Peggy McColl, the author of Viral Explosions, and that was one of her quotes. Peggy, we had on our Momstown Minute a quote from you that essentially broke down to you need partners to help you in your business.
Yes.
So can you elaborate on that? Because you know what, gosh,
Yeah.
that would make moms feel so much better if they know they can get some help and not
my
do it
goodness.
all alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's really where I started. Where I realized, you know what, I didn't have an email list, a subscriber base, but I had a website, and so I wanted to promote my book, but I knew I couldn't do it alone because I didn't have anyone who wanted to hear from Peggy McColl at the time, and so I had to reach out to complete strangers. So the first thing you need to do is to do some research. Open up your favorite search engine. I like to use Google, so go to google.com. And if your area of expertise is in parenting, as an example, or holistic medicine or healing, or it could be in branding or whatever, go on there and just type in keywords, look for websites and list owners that are reaching your audience. Now, we got to understand there's 117 million websites on the internet today, 117 million. So don't tell me that there isn't anybody out there who can help you, because there's 117 million websites. So what you do is you do your research, you find these websites, you look on the front page, just look and see, are they collecting email addresses? Just look on the front page of the site. If you see that they are collecting email addresses, they have some kind of a subscription, you know, sign up for my newsletter, or get this free download, or they're selling something, you know, where they're collecting email addresses, they could be a potential partner. Then what you do is you need to write a personalized email to each and every one of them. Don't hit an undisclosed recipient email going out to a whole bunch of people with some kind of a generic email saying, hi, my name is, I want you to partner with me on this. They're going to ignore, they're going to hit delete. You got to write personalized email. So someone's sending me an email, and I got one today, so maybe it's one of my students, I don't know. And the email came in and said, Peggy, love your site, destinies.com. Your book, Viral Explosions, really made a difference to me. And, you know, they go on. So obviously, they're connecting with me. It's not something that's being sent out to a whole bunch of people. And then they're very clear on their request. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'm offering this product. I'm willing to share the revenue. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to commit to send out an email that I've already written. It's real easy for you, to your list, and I'm going to share the revenue with you, and I know your subscribers are really going to resonate with it. Please get back to me. Let me know that you're on board. We'll schedule a mailing in, and then you give a date or a month or a week and things like that. That's the idea. You've got to reach out. Now, you know what? Sometimes that's not comfortable for people to do. Sometimes we've got to step outside of our comfort zone, and we've got to make the request. Everybody who built a business of any kind did so with the help of others. We've got to be willing to reach out and help people.
And I really think that's so key, because we talk about that all the time, Peggy, is about being okay with asking. Because we're so afraid as women that the answer might be no. But if the answer is no, that's the right answer.
Right.
But you'd never know until you ask. And it's so interesting that you say, because we just sent out we sent a personalized email to a very large website. But we did a little research on the back end to find the right person to send it to, and just said, hey, this is who we are. We really would like to work with you. So we're going to be working with one of the largest blogging providers to build a mom blog network, and it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't asked and if we hadn't sent a personalized email.
Oh my goodness, that is such a perfect example. You invested the time to do a little bit of research. You know what? Wayne Dyer, who's another Hay House author, often says it's never crowded along the extra mile. And you know what? I love quoting that in Viral Explosions and when I'm talking about internet marketing. It is not crowded in the internet marketing space. Why? Because people aren't willing to go the extra mile. They're not willing to do their research. They're not willing to write a personalized email. And so what that means to me is if I'm willing to do it, and if I'm going to take the time, like you did, send out a personal email, I'm more likely to get the response. Now, sometimes we will get a no, but you know what? We need to pay attention to the no's. Those no's can give us some information. Watch for the no. If they just say no flat out, which is very unlikely, they're probably going to give you a reason why. And they may say, you know what, I don't do that. And then you could come back and say, okay, I understand. But I do know that you do send out a newsletter, and here's what I could do. I could write some content, some customized content that would be perfect for your audience. So it's done in a style that really resonates with them, with you and your message, and gives them something of value. And then at the bottom, I could just do a little tagline that promotes my product if people happen to want more. Would you be willing to do that? Because sometimes no simply means I need a little bit more information.
Right. And so there are, to me, it's very exciting because we had said in a segment before you showed up on the air, you know, one guest said she made 100 cold calls a day. Now that's daunting. Yeah. So I challenged them, maybe make 5, but actually hide behind the keyboard and do your research and send out 5 emails to complimentary businesses that you can help and they could possibly help you.
Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. When I'm getting ready to launch a book, that's what I do. So I'll start with the outcome in mind, make the book a bestseller as an example, and let's say I'm preparing 5 months in advance. So I'll set a target. Let's say I want to have 100 partners, 100 list owners help me promote my book. So what I'll do is I'll break down that 100 into the number of weeks. Let's say I have, 16 weeks. So if I have 16 weeks, then I divide 16 into 100, figure out what that number is. Can't do the math right off the top of my head.
Neither can we. Don't worry about it.
Either. I'm glad you didn't ask us.
So I'm not smarter than a 5th grader either. And so,
we are not either.
And so, you figure out, okay, this week I'm going to get 8 partners on board. And let's say I get 10. Well, I don't take next week off. I go for another 8 partners. And let's say next week I get 12. And it's like, yoo-hoo, this is great. It's bonus. And I keep on track and keep every week. It's like just, taking a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until I reached 100 partners. Now, for the last launch of Viral Explosions, I had 184 partners. Now, I started out with a target of 100, ended up with 184.
Okay, that's awesome advice, and I hope that our viewers will pick up your book, Viral Explosions, find which techniques work, and put them to work. We have less than a minute, Peggy. Oh, my gosh, we have to have you back on the show. Any last
parting words?
Yeah, parting words, tip that you can give us.
You know what? There's a lot of information available online for free. So if there's anything in particular that you're looking for, so any of the viewers who want to learn about, how to create a blog, there's a lot of utilities that are available for free. You can get blogs, download those for free. You can create a website for free. Advice is available for free. So just do a little research, and I love